Okay, we're going to learn how to set up a couple of specific button features on the Avaya 1400 series phones. This is the 16 button version, a 1416 model number. There's also a 1408 model, which is an 8 button version, but this procedure is the same on both phones. We're going to cover the three most commonly used button features. The first one is abbreviated dial. This is a one-touch speed dial to a phone number that is not on your phone system. This may be somebody that you call frequently and just want to press one button instead of dialing the whole number. The second feature we're going to cover is called user BLF. BLF stands for busy lamp field. This essentially is also a one-touch speed dial, but it's for another user on the system, another extension if you will, and it also has some enhancements that are useful in a busy office environment. We'll cover those when we get to them. And the third one we're going to cover is the send all calls feature. This is the same as a do not disturb feature and sends all your calls to voicemail. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is to press the features soft key and scroll down to phone user, press OK, scroll down to self-administer and press OK again. At this time it's going to ask you for a security code. This is the same as your login code, which your administrator will have set for you. In this case it's the same also as my extension number, so I'll dial 201, which is my extension number, and then you can either press done or press the pound key. They do the same thing. Now we have our list of available features. We are going to scroll down to abbreviated dial and press OK. At this time it's going to ask you for the phone number that you want this button to dial when you press it. And I will caution you here, if you dial 9 to get an outside line, you're going to want to put a 9 as your first digit here. So I'm going to press the 9 to get an outside line, and then I'm just going to put in a generic 800 number for testing purposes. At this point it wants you to select the button that you want to assign that number to, and we're going to go with button number 8 for this demonstration. So I press button number 8 and it tells me the button has been programmed. Now if you already have a feature programmed on the button that you select, then you're going to have a soft key over here that's going to say replace, and then you will press that if you want to replace that feature that's already there. Otherwise you can hit cancel. So we have our abbreviated dial on button number 8. The next one we're going to do is the user BLF, or busy lamp field. So we're going to go back one time, and this takes us back to our list of available features, and we're going to scroll down to user BLF and press OK. Now at this point it wants the extension number that you want this button to go to. You can also press the directory soft key and go in through the directory and select your person, but we're going to just use extension 202. Press OK, and we're going to put that on button number 9. So I'm going to press button number 9, and it says that the button is programmed. We'll cover a little more on that one when we go to testing. The last one we're going to cover is called send all calls. Again, this is a do not disturb feature. So we're going to go back one to our list of features, and we're going to scroll down to send all calls. Press OK. Now this one doesn't need any phone number, so we're just going to press the button that we want this feature to be on. And we're going to use our last button for this one. That's typical. And we're going to just press that button, button number 16, and the button has been programmed. So we've programmed all three of the buttons. At this point we're just going to hit this phone button here. This is the button that takes you back to your home screen. So So there we are, just we're out of programming now. Now we're going to test them. So the first one we're going to test is our abbreviated dial button, which we programmed on button number 8. It dials the 9 and then the 800 number that we put in there. I'm going to go ahead and hang up, but in your case, I'm going to recommend that you stay on that call till somebody answers at the other end, just to make sure that it goes through okay. Then we're going to test button number 9. This is the one that we used the BLF, the user BLF for extension 202. So we're going to hit that button and it is calling extension 202. Now a couple enhancements on the user BLF button. The first one is an indication on whether or not the user on the other end is on Do Not Disturb. There I placed extension 202 on Do Not Disturb, and you'll notice button number 9 has lit a solid red. That indicates that that particular user has their Do Not Disturb turned on, and that all calls will go to voicemail. I'm going to turn that back off. And now from another extension, I'm going to dial extension 202. So you'll notice as 202 is ringing, there is a slow flash. That indicates that there is a ringing call at that extension. I'll answer that call at 202. Now this is what you'll see if they are currently on the phone. It is the more fast flash. I'll hang that up, return that extension back to its normal state, and all goes away. Now you're going to want to, after you're done with this programming, you're going to want to update your what we call DESIs, which are these labels here. So you're going to want to put who it is you're calling on that abbreviated dial there, and then extension 202 or whoever, the name of whoever's at 202 there. The last one we're going to test is the Do Not Disturb, and we put that on button 16 down here. When I turn that on, the light turns green. And I'll notice I'm going to press the status button here, and it tells me I am in Do Not Disturb. But the green light indicates that you are in Do Not Disturb mode. To turn Do Not Disturb off, just press it again. The light goes away. I hope this is helpful to you. I hope you enjoy that. And thank you for listening.